right, Oval fans. Look, I finally watched the damn scene. Okay, it took me 45 minutes this morning to prep myself mentally, but I did watch the damn scene of Gene being taken advantage of and killed. And I did watch the end of episode 25 when the maid found her underneath the bed. Okay, I finally did it. So because I subjected myself to this despite everything that I went through a Wednesday night, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment your thoughts. Hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out when I post new content, and follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. So the question for the video is Jean dead? I know that some people are holding on to hope that maybe she's unconscious, but here's the thing. We don't know how much time passed. I mean, I know there was one. Okay, so this episode takes place obviously in the morning because Victoria's big thing was, hey, your grandmother's going to be here in the morning to pick you up and take you away, take you with her. And Sam was telling Barry that, hey, I'll meet up with you as soon as I get a break from work. But then later in the episode, when, Barry's watching Rakadushi members, he's calling Sam, and Sam's like, hey, looks like it's going to be a long night over here. I won't be able to get a break anytime soon, but we'll talk at some point later today. And the biggest question for me is like trying to pinpoint the time frame from the beginning of the episode where Jean was being suffocated or choked to the end of the episode where Miss Laura, the older maid, found her underneath the bed. Now, here's my biggest thing here. It's hard to say whether or not Jean was fully dead when Jason dragged her and put her underneath the bed. Because of the fact that, again, this could just be continuity issues here, but when Jean was being dragged and put underneath the bed, she was on her back. You can tell for a couple reasons. Number one, obviously, she was on her back when she was being choked, or let's just say smothered. That's the easiest way to put it, because she was being deprived of oxygen. Basically, when she was being smothered, she was on her back. And then what happened was Jason freaked out. He zipped up his pants, and then he took her by the arms and then dragged her and then put her under the bed. You can tell that she was still on her back while being placed under the bed because of the positioning of her feet. They're sticking upward. I think that one of her slides was on, one of her slippers came off when she was being attacked, so you can see one foot, her toenails and all, like her feet were just basically pointed upwards. And even when Jason was kind of putting her underneath the bed, her feet were still in that same position. So when she was being placed under the bed, her body was in a facing up position. Okay. And I was thinking to myself that we saw Jason kind of shuffling things around. So it's like, wait, so did he kind of like, flip her around? But that didn't seem to be the case because we only saw like one of his hands, kind of underneath the bed, kind of straighten her out under there. But no, we then see him find her missing shoe and then just tossed it underneath the bed and then, pack the rest of his suitcase, and then Victoria walks in. So that was the beginning of the episode. Then at the end of the episode, when Miss Laura finds her, because, she notices how the room is still a mess, and she's walking towards the bed to straighten it out because obviously the bed wasn't properly made. And then her foot kind of hits something, and then she looks down underneath the sheets because it's like, wow, okay, what did my foot hit under here? Because she almost tripped up, and then she saw Jean's body. Jean has her body in the opposite direction of how it was when she was placed under the bed. Like, her arms and everything were like covering her face. So even if, and actually give me a moment, I'm actually going to try to pull it up on my screen here. Yeah, even if Jason did flip, it seems to me, and this is just my opinion, I think this could be multiple things. Number one, bad continuity. Like, Jean died at the beginning of the episode, but when Jason put her under the bed, she was on her back. But then in this particular scene, she was face down on the floor. That could just be bad continuity. Number two, Jason did indeed flip the body over when it was under the bed, but I highly doubt that. He was really shuffling a lot to put the body under there. honestly don't think he flipped it around. I don't think he flipped it upside down. Then option 3, I think this might be tragically the most reasonable one. Maybe Jean slowly began to regain. Oh, see that? I'm sorry, I couldn't get that out. Maybe Jean was slowly trying to regain consciousness after being placed under the bed, but didn't have the strength to. So as a result, she kind of passed out. So it's almost like she was trying to get up and get herself up and, out of there. But unfortunately, she was so weak, the most she could do is flip herself over, and then that's where she died. And people were telling me like, hey, because again, I didn't watch the scene until like literally this morning. Her body was like covered, like it was pale and everything, kind of like a dead person. Like that could either be dirt from the underneath. Look, let's be real here. How often do you vacuum underneath your bed? For real, let's be honest. How often do you vacuum underneath your bed, especially when there's carpet? So there might be dust and everything. So maybe, Jean, damn, even I feel like I'm literally trying to convince myself of this. Like underneath the bed, she's just covered in dirt and everything because she was laying underneath the bed and everything. But I mean, I don't know. Or it just could have been bad makeup. I don't know. I mean, so yeah, I'm thinking number 3 is the most likely. Like she wasn't fully dead, but she wasn't strong enough to get out of there. So she just passed away after she collapsed while trying to flip herself over. Or number 4, an extension number 3, she wasn't dead like Jason thought. She was put under the bed. She tried to get up, but was only able to turn around, and then that's where she lost consciousness. So Jean could possibly still be alive, but I think that unless it is actually dirt or dust on her body, then she literally is dead. So I would say that I'm 95% on Jean being dead, with the small 5% being, okay, maybe there's a chance that she's still alive, but obviously when you lose oxygen, your face turns all kinds of different colors and whatnot. So I don't know. I would say that Jean is probably 95% dead. And I already talked about the ridiculousness of the Jason thing, like fingerprints, DNA, how are you going to cover this up? Because as he said, I didn't want to do this again. So, I mean, has he forced himself on women before? I don't doubt that. Has he killed before? I don't doubt that. But in terms of Jason killing, I think that he probably cleaned it up before. But in this situation, yeah, this was just plain stupid. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and help a brother out. I put my mental sanity on the side and my emotions because you all know how I felt about this scene and how long it took for me to watch it. So please donate to the channel if you would like. You can hit me up on Cash App or PayPal, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And tune into Instagram. I got a big giveaway going on today, July 25th, because technically it is Christmas in July, and I don't want you to miss out. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.